Okay, welcome everyone to the second episode of the Soft Life Sisters. I am Zen,
And I am Angel.
and we're so excited to have you joining us yet again. We have a couple of great topics that we want to cover today. We're really excited about being able to help you on your soft life journey. And I think to get started, Angel, I ain't messed up this time. Remember, I was supposed to transition over to you. I'm transitioning in this
Perfect.
moment.
Perfect.
I, I,
Perfect.
I heard
I
through the
like
notes that you had some comment.
I like to see that. I like to see that progression. I like that. I like
Growing
that.
every day, growing every
Growing,
day.
growing, glowing and growing
That's our
every
motto.
day. Okay, yes. So today's episode is about soft life struggles. Um, of course, and attempting to live a softer life, there will be things that get in your way, things that come up that kind of slows you down from living your best life. And that is what we're going to talk about today. So, our first topic
Oh,
is the perception of what soft life actually is. I'm sorry, I've gotten a little, um, you know, I wouldn't say pushback. I would say a little confusion in when I say soft life, what that means. People have
I,
different.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got really excited and I was cutting you off. I apologize. Please continue.
Mid sentence though. Like, did you see a pause?
Disrespect.
Did you hear a
It was the disrespect. I just thought about stuff
pause?
when you said it, and I just wanted to add my information, but it wasn't the right time. I apologize. Please.
Um, so with the perception of the soft life, different people have different definitions on what they feel like the soft life is, and I just wanted to kind of clear up what I consider um what I consider soft life is. Now I did some research, y'all.
We like the research.
Yes, I do. The term soft life originated in the Nigerian influencer community as a slang for living a life of comfort and low stress. So when I say soft life, I mean living a life of comfort and low stress. And it just goes on to talk about how it was the support of them talking about kind of fighting against um the realities of black women labor, meaning black women just working hard, um just our history and black women and black labor and being the best and working the hardest and everything like that. And soft life kind of came um as something to kind of, I guess, change people's perspective on what is a good life or a good way to live your life beyond just working hard. So that is my definition of soft life. I'm not kind of rambling, y'all, but Zatrice.
No, that does the definition of so I'm the perception that I am getting, and I have received. That's why I got a little excited earlier. I have received so much pushback. I have received looking at stuff online, people telling me soft life is crazy, people being mad about soft life, people trying to bring up soft life and just in the contents when it pertains to men. It's just I don't understand why people don't like comfort and low stress. I'm just really trying to figure it out. What makes comfort and low stress in your life such a bad thing. I'm confused. I'm overwhelmed. I'm just, I'm baffled at the amount of people who feel some type of way about a life of comfort and low stress. That's it. That's me. But I understand that there's a lot of misconceptions around it because um people want to make it seem like something that can fit into their existing life, like, okay, I just want a man, so I need to be soft to get a man. Nope, that's not how that works. Or I just want a better job position, so I just have to let my boss talk crazy to me so that I can get a better position at work. Nope, that's not how it works. It's about setting up your life with intent to create an atmosphere that is of comfort and low stress. But I'm just saying.
Right. Yes, and I agree. And I know, and like I said, soft life is whatever you want it to be. Now, I don't now I'm not knocking anybody if they feel like soft life is having a man take care of them, that's them. If they feel like soft life is whatever. Whatever you feel like makes your life more comfortable and lowers your stress, it is what it is. So it's not that all the definitions are not wrong. Soft life is whatever you want it to be. I just want to make a I just want to clarify when I say soft life, what I mean by
So I
soft
just
life. It's
correct.
just living a life of comfort and lowering your stress.
So just like you said, if you want to have a man, I agree with everything you just said. If you feel like having a man take care of you is your definition of soft life, that's fine. As long as the man taking care of you makes your life more comfortable and lowers your stress level. If that's not what the end result is from that situation, you're not operating in soft life at all. If you scrambling and doing all kind of crazy stuff to keep up and do, that's nothing soft about it. You have to do the mental, the emotional work in order to also be satisfied in the soft life. And I think that's where, for the most part, people struggle, because it's not just about the outward appearance of soft, it's about creating inner peace and also giving yourself the ability to be comfortable in low stress situations, because some people grew up in very stressful environments and they feel like that's, as long as they have that chaos around them, that makes them feel comfortable. That chaos is also adding to your stress levels. That chaos is also not healthy. And you have to train your body, just like when you start working out and you want your body to look a certain way, you want to lose 20 pounds. You've created habits for yourself that would normally prevent you from losing that weight. So now you have to relearn or create new habits in order to feel comfortable in your desired weight goal. So even with when it comes down to the soft life, you have to feel comfortable and create and be okay. Be okay acknowledging that, okay, I used to like chaos, now I don't. So how do I get rid of some of the habits that I have to not to continue to operate in chaos, and I can live in comfort and low stress. I'm gonna stop saying that's the last I'm saying. I promise I'm not gonna say it no more. No more, no more, no more, no more. So what I know we just basically went over all the pushbacks and stuff from Soft
Yes,
Life.
yes. Our topic two was soft life pushbacks, and well, we did kind of go into it. Um, we did kind of go and reference it just now, but what I mean by pushbacks, meaning that, when you say the words, like we say, when you say, okay, yeah, I'm trying to live the soft life and I'm done, na, 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 it's really the criticisms and the pushbacks that you get, whether it's your friends, whether it's your family, whether it's your boyfriends, because Sometimes, men kind of get scared when you say you want to live the soft life because for them, it may mean that they feel like they need to do more.
Yeah. And don't, nothing scares
So,
somebody more than they have to change. I got to change. You
so
changing?
and other people may feel like it because they may associate soft life with a level of influence or a level of or being financially a certain place. People may say, okay, well, you can't live a soft life unless you're making 200 a year, or something like that. That's also other misconceptions. You can live a soft life wherever you at
Right.
today,
Right.
because it is like we've said many times, just making your life more comfortable and lowering your stress. So just clearing up some of those misconceptions. You can live a softer life where you're at now. You don't. It's not something you need to wait on. It's not anything like that. It's something you can do now. um. So that's just a little bit of soft life pushback. So Trisha, got any other pushbacks
I mean, no, for
you
the
could think
well,
of?
you did speak on something, and I've really been seeing a lot of Facebook posts, especially since we started the company. We love peace and zen, and it is a soft life experience company. It's to create, help women, help people create the soft life experience by looking nice and having things for your home that brings you joy and brings you peace. But I've noticed that since we've started this, that a lot of people have been posting, comments about how they feel about the soft life, and I ain't no soft girl because I want to be. And I get that it may not be for everybody. Nothing is for everybody. And it's okay. It's okay if you don't understand it or don't want to understand it. It's okay if you're comfortable where you are. It's okay if the life you live still doesn't give you the opportunity or you don't see where it gives you the opportunity to be soft. That's okay. But the way that people responded to me is like, okay, soft has become a trigger. Saying the word soft has almost become a trigger for a lot of people. And I don't want that to be the thing. I want people to feel like you don't have to be soft. If you don't want to be soft, don't be soft. Everybody didn't want to be an independent woman, even though they had all the songs, even though Boosie came out here, INDEP, I'm a strong Boosie, you know, fan,
Right.
enthusiast. But no, like everybody didn't want to be independent and nobody was screaming, please don't tell me I'm independent. Just be, it's okay if that's the life you want to live. Let other people be soft though. Just let them
I
have
just
it.
I think that um there is some, let's say, you know there is some things that's comes with you being soft. You may be perceived as um weaker, and you may be perceived as other things. I do understand and agree with that. The thing about that is this: if you keep your boundaries strong
Boundaries.
and you keep your tolerance low, your softness will not look like weakness.
Exact, and that's the thing. I think that misconception, and but I can also again play the devil's advocate on the independent side of that. Every independent woman is supposed to have a nasty attitude and nobody can't tell her nothing and she go always be right and blah 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 blah. That's not the case. That's not the case. A lot of times these people have just chosen to live their life this way because they've had to, or because they have become a breadwinner, or they've created a lifestyle for themselves that they appreciate, and they don't want anyone to come in and tear it down. On the opposite side, yes, now soft, oh, because you weak, you let people run all over you, you don't stand up for yourself. That's not true. The whole point of you mentally and emotionally preparing yourself in order to live this type of lifestyles means you have to set very strong boundaries. Every time you say yes to something that does not line up with the way you believe your life should look, or the lifestyle you're trying to create, you're saying no to yourself. Every time you do something that is allowing someone to run all over you, or say things or do something to belittle you, you're tearing down your own self-esteem, which will not allow you to live in a low, stressful environment. Because if you have low self-esteem, then that's going to add to your stress and your anxiety. So all of those things on both sides, they have, very ridiculous ideas of what someone could be in either circumstance, but you have to understand that that's not always true, and that for the most part, a lot of times, those fake ideas that people have created about anyone in any position in them in their lives is normally just that, a fake idea. Be okay with taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. That's
Correct.
all soft life is. That's it.
Right.
And women, especially as Black women, we've been put at the back of the bus, Rosa Parks. We've been put at the back of everything in society, as women alone, in the whole ideal of what women are and what women represent. The Black woman is put all the way to the back of the spectrum. And I'm not just doing this. I don't feel like soft life is just for Black women. I do understand that there's a lot of women that struggle and had to be independent. But I will say that for the most part, it kind of, Black women had to stand on their own 2 feet a lot longer. And that causes us to have to look at things in different ways. It's time to come out of that. It's time for people to celebrate the Black woman. And that starts with us celebrating ourselves. That's all I had, though. That's all I had.
I feel like I should start slow clapping. Is this a slow clap moment?
Give me my flowers while I'm here. Girl, you's a hater there, girl. That was a good point, though. I'm gonna give myself a step.
Martina King. Martina King here. God, she
Give
put
myself a pat on
Rosa
the back. I'm
Parks
not playing with
everybody
you.
in that speech just now. That is what's up. That is what's up, girl.
That's the
You
soft life.
first. You first. Remember, you first. So, once again, topic 3. We've already touched on. Topic 2.
Did it again. You shouldn't have sent me no notes. Next
But
time,
we
send me
should have
no
read
notes.
that. She actually read the notes, y'all. I'm so proud. She read the notes this time.
But I'm subconsciously just running through it like, hey, next thing. Let me tell you this topic. I got it on top
So
of it.
proud.
Yeah, my bad.
So proud. Okay, topic 3.
Mm-hmm.
Issues living the soft life. Okay, issues living the soft life. My first topic under that is changing the way you think. Um, Changing the way you think to me is just giving yourself, well, what I struggle with, let me say, like, why I struggle with and changing the way I think is giving myself permission to be soft. I always talk about me and the children because that's the big thing. And there is something so real in mommy guilt. We have mommy guilt.
Yeah.
We feel like if we are not running 100 miles an hour all the time behind our children, that we're doing something wrong. And let's not talk about the outside people who are with all the suggestions and this, you should be doing this, they should be they should have 5 activities, they should be doing this, all this other stuff like that. And it's not that I feel like your children should be in whatever they want to be in. You should be able to do activities with them it is important to nurture your children where they're at, and let them get all the opportunities they can.
Yeah.
But it's also important for you to take care of yourself. And that is the number one thing. And we say that, and it's so easy for us mothers to say, yes, I know that I'm supposed to be taking care of myself. But sometimes that is hard. And beyond being hard, we don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
We don't really know. We think going to the nail shop is self-care. Sis,
Yes.
girl, 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 that's it's not that it's not self-care. It is self-care, girl. But let's start shifting and just call that maintenance.
Yes.
Let's
That's
start,
maintenance.
let's start moving towards a stronger sense of self-care. Let's start with organizing your children's schedule.
Yeah.
This may be a unpopular, unpopular belief. Organizing your children's schedule to not wear you out.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, does she got to be in soccer, tennis, swimming, dancing on the weekends, cheer? Yeah, does she want to do that?
Right.
You know, it's yes, nurture them, yes, put them in activities, yes, but you also are important here
Exactly.
too. You functioning, you're being okay, you breathing, you surviving, living. That's also an important factor in here. Y'all, like, make it all right for you too. It's okay. It's okay for you to take a nap. Take a nap. You tired.
It's okay.
Oh,
It gives you the green light.
I'm giving you the green light, girl. It's okay for you to not be running around like a chicken with your head cut off. It's okay to relax. I'm just saying, y'all. I know how it is. I know well how it is. Just it from my notes, y'all. From my notes. Set your own standard of living. People have all type of information to tell you how to live. Set
Right.
your own standards. Give yourself your own rules. If feeding your children and having them in one activity is your standard, that's your standard. Don't sway from that. Do set your life up to be comfortable for yourself. Everybody's going to have suggestions. Everybody's going to try to get you to do what they're doing. Everybody's going to try to pull you here and pull you there. But stand strong. Stand strong on what you feel like is okay. You go to work, you come home, you feed them kids, you put them to bed. That's it. That's just it. That's it. You go to activity on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You hit it on Saturday. That's you, girl. Just like I said, set your own standard of living. And always remember, people, because this is my last little thing, y'all. I'm rambling at this point. People like to put pressure on you to take pressure off of them.
Oh my God. That's everything. That's all boundaries mean. People will always do that.
People will always, it's just natural. They will take pressure off you, and most of the time people are pressuring you to take pressure off of them, whether it is physically, whether it is ideally, whether it's whatever the case may be. So stand your ground, set your own standards of life, and stick to them. Okay, Latrice, I'm done.
No, but I mean that's good. I'm so far removed from the football games and baseball and soccer. Thank you,
Praise him.
Jesus.
Praise him.
Hallelujah, Jesus. But no, that's definitely it. It is very easy to get overwhelmed and start doing way too many things because older kids need this, kids need that. No, like you said, just find what are they really interested in? What do they really want to do? And if they change every 2-3 weeks, change. They don't have to be in all of them. Put them in the one they want to be in and rest yourself because they sooner or later they'll figure out what they really like. But it's not
Correct.
for us to be overwhelmed on that side. Now
Correct.
I did pull up a study from the Institute of Family Studies that they did something on basically femininity and what does it mean to be very feminine in America today. This was done in March 30, 2022. And it's extremely interesting, but something that stood out for me is two little parts that I want to read. One of them says that financial situation, personal health, general happiness, and life satisfaction were all marked better among those who express the highest levels of femininity. They actually researched and did, I think it was going back to it, about 840 women. And out of those women, a lot of them ranked high, saying that they were feminine um, in their own level of femininity. But those women that ranked the highest, when they talked about their life choices, those seemed to be better. It also said that high feminine women were also, according to the study, more likely to describe themselves as able to take risks, manage uncertainty, and self regulate, which may help to explain lower rates of depression compared to other women. So, again, a life of comfort and low stress is what we pushing out here. That's all it's saying. But that but
To
also
sum it up, to sum it up,
it up. But
comfort and low stress.
that's what we're talking about. But no, in that whole thing, like what you said about organizing the kids, yes, that's very important. In my life now, it's all about organizing my life. It's all about making sure that each part of my life is still placed in an area, like placed on a chart of how when I should do this, when I need to do that, make time for myself. Maintenance isn't me making time for myself. Getting my nails done, getting my hair done because I need to look a certain way when I walk out of the house to keep my confidence high is not me making time for myself. Meditating, reading, um taking some time out to just deal with my emotions, to just relax. Those are the things that I need in order to be a better me. So, in separating maintenance from your emotional and mental needs can kind of help you or help people get to a place where they can better understand how to even navigate around what this comfortable low stress lifestyle can even look like. Because
Mhm.
when you take that time to sit with yourself and try to think about where you're coming from and what you're dealing with, um you can come up with some great answers. A lot of times, the reason why people feel like they're running around with it like a chicken with their head cut off with no kids by themselves, maybe a dog, is because they're so mentally overloaded. And you
Right.
find yourself doing busy work because you feel like as long as you stay busy and you're doing something, then you must be being productive.
Right.
And that's not true. So it's very important to have time every day. I feel like every day. I can't say that I have the same struggles that Angel has because I don't. That you have to work so much harder to make time for yourself because you do have 3 kids that
Right.
also depend on you. I shouldn't have to struggle like that.
Right.
Wake up and get out of bed. I'm gonna have to worry about my dude, but I ain't got nothing. I mean, I don't have nothing. I don't have no kids pulling on me. Don't get me wrong. My boys call every day. Every day I get 3 separate phone calls, but those calls do not last over 30 minutes to an hour. So even in that, I got time. I got time to put myself first. If I don't put myself first, that's nobody's fault but my own
Correct.
because there's no demands on me that way. But I do feel like women in my position, Also, because they have so much time, they fill it with so
Yes,
many other
I
things.
agree. Take on, yes, take on a lot of more responsibility. And
Absolutely.
I have the excuse, and I use it all the time. I got kids. I be at home doing nothing. Do you hear me? And I love that I can say I can't do. I got 3 kids at home. I can't do that. Me and the kids be just at home resting all day.
But I can't use that excuse. So friends,
Right.
sometimes I got to tell friends no, got to do. Oh my God, I had to break plans
Right.
the other day. Oh, I was so tired, Angel. I was so tired, and I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm like, well, what I'm gonna say? We like, oh, I'm just going back and forth with my guy, and I'm like, what are we gonna say? Like, I don't know how we go. Exhausted, been sleeping all day, just needed to rest because it had such a busy week. And it took just such a long time to come up with not an excuse, because the truth is, I'm in pain. I'm tired. I
Right.
need to
Right.
rest. But it's just so not socially acceptable to tell people you have to rest that it felt like I was doing something wrong.
Exactly.
That's where those boundaries, you have to have those strong boundaries to put
Mhm.
yourself first. Because if not, you're going to be out here running ragged, mentally,
Right.
mentally
Exactly.
drained. And then when you start snapping and acting crazy and cussing people out, it's like, well, what happened to her? She does not have time for herself. She has
Right.
not made herself
She over here
important
talking about the soft life while she cussing people out because your boundaries are all over the place.
all over the place. But it's very important to create those strong boundaries and stand by them. And a lot of times those boundaries do make people uncomfortable that are not used to
Yeah.
boundaries. And a lot of times just keeping yourself at the level that's best for you doesn't feel always feel safe for other people, because they may have about, they may not have as strong boundaries as you have. So they want to do more, and they don't really care how they feel at the end of the day. Just let them do what they're going to do,
Correct.
and keep your boundaries where they need to be. Don't let them convince you, oh girl, you don't need to do that. I was this is my last thing that I'm gonna be quiet. We've been talking for a minute now. But I was talking to this girl the other day, and she was talking about how some of the friends that she hang out with never dress up. Like, they never dress up. But for her, one of the things she does, she dresses up to feel better about herself when she goes out. So um she was like, yeah, so they always harass me about never dressing up, blah blah. And I'm like, don't fall for that.
Correct.
Don't fall for that. That's not your fault. And they can make you feel bad for wanting to look nice.
Correct.
Because once you start lowering the weight, they may feel okay. And in their boundaries, they may be completely fine with the way they look. That's okay for them. They may have come a long way. You don't know where people come from either.
Right. Right.
So what looks amazing to them may not look amazing to you. So keep your standard, because it's going to affect the way you carry yourself, especially on some type of girls brunch. You and dress down, somebody men trying to speak to you or something because you're single, and now you feel uncomfortable because you're not even looking yourself, and they over there having a great time. Who you think gonna be mad? Not
Correct.
him, but you. So I just want to reiterate the whole idea that once you set those boundaries for yourself, yes, there's going to be some pushback. Yes, there's going to be people or situations that try to make you feel uncomfortable because you're putting yourself first. Yes, you're going to feel guilty at times because the way other people carry themselves, or the way society has trained us to believe that it's not always best. Your best interest isn't always what we need or what we're looking for, because there's so many other people that come before you. Don't believe the lies. Don't believe the lies. Create a life. Say it one more time. Create a life of comfort
Comfort
and low
and low
stress
stress.
by creating your boundaries and doing the things you need and looking for the lifestyle so that you can activate it, attract it, whatever you need to do to be your best self. Any other comments, Angel?
Um, any other comment? Oh no, well, I'm lying. I had to write it down because I was going.
Oh, you
I
talking
had
about
it.
talking
I lost
to
it. Came back again. Said, Lord, I'm gonna have to
him?
write this down.
Okay.
When she started talking, all I wanted to say, all I actually wanted to do was reiterate, the softer you are, the stronger the boundaries.
Yes.
When you're trying to get into your softness, when you're trying to get into your level of comfort, when you're trying to get into your level of low stress, you have to have those strong boundaries. The stronger the boundaries, you have to set your life up. You have to have those strong boundaries. And that is what is going to make living a softer life so much easier.
I agree.
So that was the only note I had. Um, Next topic is implementation.
Okay.
Now, we talked about changing the way you think. Now we're talking about implementation. For
Okay.
me, this is the hardest part because we talk all this noise, and when it comes to it, we still running around
Right.
doing the same thing.
I agree.
Implementation. Do something every day. Do
Yes.
something for yourself every day, because make that your goal, because guess what? It's not going to happen every day. But if
Right.
you make it a goal every day, at least you will do it a number of times throughout the week. So make
Yes.
a goal every day. Find something every day to do, whether it's meditate every day, whether it's exercise, whether it's just sit down with your thoughts, write, journal, whatever you need to do to implement time for yourself, do that. And when you're time for you, when what I mean time for yourself by yourself, not with distractions, not with whatever, just having comfortable time with yourself. Set that time every day. Now, I'm a crazy person. I just want to say that before I say what I'm about to say. I'm a crazy person, and my time for myself is extremely important. I have 3 kids, so I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to have that time for myself before the kids go to school. Now, y'all, I know that's a lie. I know, like I said, I'm crazy, and y'all may not need what I need. It's about what you need. But just set something up every day for you to just have that time to yourself. Just so you can feel, and for me, it was really a sense of me feeling normal again. I have these children. I have been a girl. I hadn't had my children. I had my children after 30. So that means I lived a whole life before these kids. A whole life before these children. So when I had these children, and I have a sense of who I am. So I'm having these kids, and pieces that are just getting picked away, picked away, picked away, picked away, picked away, to after 3 kids, I am lost. Like, who am I? Where are my goals? Where am I going? My life has been revolved around the kids for the last 9 years, going on 10 this month, 27 to Lee's birthday. And I was just lost. So I really needed that time to focus on me and get back to being myself and get back to feeling myself and get back to separating who I am from being a mother. And like I said, y'all, my content is all about being mother or whatever. But um because I am a person. I have my own dreams, I have my own desires, I have things that I want to do apart from being a mother. And as bad as that may sound to some people, it is what it is. You know, I my dreams didn't stop when I had children.
Yeah.
And as women, you know, we have to stand strong on our dreams and our goals, and not I wanted the words I want to say distracting, but yes, because those dreams and those goals are what makes us who we are. And
Yeah.
that is important to us. And we need to, in putting ourselves first, put our desires, put our dreams, put our goals first. You're going to take care of them children if it's the last thing you do. You're gonna do it. So take some time for yourself, and take some time for the things that's important for you, important to you, and maybe important only to you. But those things are also important. Okay.
No, that's perfect. And then, like you said, having times for dreams and goals, you can't get to that without organizing your life, without creating the environment, without the creating the environment for you to be creative, or like you said, I mean, if you're going to school, if you're doing this, you should be able to do that in an environment that brings you peace. You should do these things because they're adding to you, not taking away whatever you have left. um so I thought that point that you made was very valid. And I'll say for me, something that I do every day is meditate. Like every day I try to meditate because yeah, I got to. Like I
Right.
wake up in the morning, listen. If I wake up and my mind's racing, I got this to do, that, this, I got to go to this meeting, I got to talk to this person, I do this at work. I try to take that moment immediately and meditate, because what it does, it brings you back into the moment, it brings you back into present terms, and it allows your body and your mind to relax so you can think clearly on what you need to do for the day. Um, and so that's extremely important for me. And then at night, what I do, I have to disengage. So around 7:30, 8 o'clock every night, I'm watching a TV show. If I'm not at a meeting or if I'm not at an event, I'm watching something. I'm not watching nothing scary and crazy. I know everybody have their own thing. I don't want to fill my mind with complete ratchet foolishness at that moment. I need just something that's wholesome, that's funny. I'm not saying I'm going for a Hallmark movie, but something that's going to just give me a good little laugh so that I can just decompress, slow down from the day, and then relax to get ready to go to bed. Because there's nothing worse than you working, fall asleep while you working, wake up
Oh,
working. You will live in a constant level of
of
stress and
stress and
anxiety,
anxiety.
of mental exhaustion that like you cannot even come out of. People wouldn't even be able to comprehend. You're gonna look tired all the time. Like all the time you think people talking about you, like, girl, you all right? Like, yeah, I'm all right. Then you're snapping, then you got an attitude. She always got something to say. No, baby, you need a nap. Like you said earlier, take a nap. Take a nap. I'm a avid like napper, I believe. I advocate for naps. Naps are important with and
Or
without kids. Take
with
a nap.
take
But
care.
no, really, like you cannot continue to stress your body, stress yourself mentally. You have to have those breaks in the day. Especially as a woman that's looking to be successful in whatever she's doing in business and corporate, all of those things. And like I said in the last episode, being a former IBW, like I had so many things I had to do every day. So now, like, if someone would have told me 5 years ago, okay, take a break at this point of the day, they would have definitely got cursed out. Like, listen, you don't understand what I have to do today. The life you live it, and I'm gonna do me. But now I understand. No, it's very important for me to have those mental breaks so that I can focus. So I'm not making mistakes. So I'm not overseeing, like I'm not paying attention, or I'm sorry, that I am paying attention to everything that's around me. I'm doing things the proper way, and I'm not making as many mistakes just in life or in general
Right.
because I'm taking those mental breaks.
I I I I agree 100%. But I know you're gonna stop coming for them IBWs.
I'm not coming
Not too
from.
much.
I did
Not
come.
too
Listen,
much.
listen. I ain't
You
coming
gonna
from.
stop
I
coming from the
relate.
y'all.
I relate.
I've been IBW girl. I was IBW when IBW wasn't even a thing,
Who you
girl.
talking? Who you
I was
telling?
on my
Who
IB.
you
I was
telling?
on my
Because you got to.
IBW
Let me do
all
my
the way.
IBW history. Let me do my IBW history. I got
Girl,
married at
you gonna stop coming from the
18.
IBWs.
I got married at 18. I started a company at 23. At that point, I had 3 boys. My company was extremely successful. I received congressional recognition. I was known regionally for the work I was doing. And I had 3 kids at home. Don't tell me. Don't tell me the life I lived. I set goals for myself that were ridiculous. When I became a fashion designer, nobody didn't even know what fashion design was where I came from. I set ridiculous high goals for myself and became internationally known for what I was doing. So no one can tell me more about an IBW than me. I bought my dream house and my dream car on my own. No man put in a dollar on that, and I was still taking care of my kids. So all I'm gonna say is this was a long road for me. So anybody going through it, I understand every struggle. I understand every issue. I understand not even knowing where to get started. But I did it and it works. And I am so much happier with me as a person, even though I've accomplished so many amazing things that my little mind could not comprehend. I am so much better as a person now than what I was then. But I ain't coming for nobody though. I'm just saying this is the life I want to live. If you don't want to live this life, don't live it though.
First
Don't
of
live it.
all,
Don't live it.
first
I
of
just
all,
want comfort and low stress.
I don't know if that was a resume. I don't know if Fashion Designer International is going to hear this podcast. I don't know if that was a verbal resume. Do they
No,
do
that was
that? Let me
that
give
was
you
gonna
a little. We
put
gonna
us
use
right
your little
into our
clip.
company information. So with that being said, love, peace, and zen. Sustainably no. Our company, eco-friendly, sustainable, vintage luxury items for men and women. We are not today talking about our old Hollywood collection. You got to stop laughing, Angel. You got to stop laughing. That was a
Okay,
great segue.
together. I'm together. I'm together. I'm
Okay,
together.
okay.
Okay, continue. Old Hollywood collection.
Our old Hollywood collection features some of the most beautiful dresses that we handpicked and selected to just give you a great embodiment of that old Hollywood glam, the sparkle, the beauty, the essence of just being the it girl. We've put it together in a collection for you on the website. We would love for you to take a peek at it. You may not have nowhere to wear those dresses to, but I would get a dress.
Buy them
Throw my
anyway,
own party at the house.
girl.
I'm
Buy
that
them
girl.
anyway. Buy them anyway, just in case. Yeah, let me tell you something. Who still goes to the store when the occasion comes? Girl, you better pull. I got dresses with tags on them. You better
Right
pull the dress out the closet. Girl, buy it today. Buy
today.
today. Girl, nothing to lose. Buy it today. Nothing to lose.
And we have them at reasonable pricing. We could
Yes.
have definitely marked them up to their normal pricing points around $200-300, but we've really kept them reasonable. We want everyone, no matter who you are, your background, where you come, no matter who you are, we want you to be comfortable and feel like this experience is for you. So we really wanted to make sure that no matter if you were, rich and had everything that you needed, or if you were just starting out, almost college student or high school level, you could still be a part of this movement. You could still embrace all of the parts of being soft, and you still have items that add to that life that we were able to provide for you as well.
Beautiful,
I'm
beautiful,
not doing nothing else with it. I'm done. I'm done.
beautiful, beautiful segue, beautiful segue. That girl be sagging when I
I
tell
be
you,
I be
she
second
be
though.
sagging.
I'm
I'm
just
telling
saying.
you.
Pat on the
Okay,
back
well,
again.
y'all think. Oh, and I wanted to just say, I really, really, well, we really appreciate everybody who listened to our first episode and had such good feedback. That was very encouraging for us.
Oh, absolutely. We really appreciate all of you
We
guys. We weren't even expecting the
really
outpour,
nothing. We
but we are
weren't
so
expecting,
blessed.
but we were so blessed that y'all listened to and y'all have taken the time, that y'all take time out of y'all busy schedule to listen to us. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank
We have taken up so much of y'all time this time. What is the mark supposed to be? Oh Lord.
I don't know,
Girl,
but we did a good. I think this is it. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much again for your time. As Angel said, we appreciate each and every
so
person.
much.
You do not have to take time out your day to listen to us talk our stuff and do, do what we do. But we definitely appreciate it. And we really just want to be like sisters for you as well, to kind of think about these issues and these topics that are not always easy to discuss with everyone, especially when you start this journey alone. So I hope that you feel like home when you hear us and you enjoy everything that we're saying, because we enjoy the fact that you appreciate us as well. It's a give situation. And we are so blessed to be able to share with you guys once a month right now, but we can work on it and do, what we do.
In due time. In due time.
Inside. What we said last time. Thank you for
We
listening.
thank you for listening. And remember, live a life of comfort and
And
low
low
stress.
stress. Be soft, sis.
Be soft, sis.